This is Pete the Tech Guy, and I am breaking one of my rules by being in front of the camera, risking camera damage this time, because we are here at Pintasticne Day 2 with Todd Tuckey, who just gave his presentation.
It's Todd
Tuckey.
Todd Tuckey.
Yep.
Todd.
Todd
Yeah,
Tuckey.
you're breaking your rules, all right, young man.
I'm very sorry. Could you ever forgive me? But anyways, I was amazed. I'm in this room here. I counted 75 people in here. And there's a bunch of pinball machines out there. Pinball fanatics in here. And they abandoned all their pinball machines to listen to you talk for 2 hours.
To be really honest with you, I'm shocked because I thought an hour was too long. And we went 2 hours and 15 minutes. Think about it, because I was here for 15 minutes earlier talking because we were waiting to become 6:30.
In fact, my son had come here early. He said, "Dad, we gotta see. He had to save a seat for me, or I wouldn't have had the decent seat." I mean, does it amaze you sometimes that you have this kind of following when you go around the country?
This is the first, because I haven't. Matter of fact, I came here as a favor for Mike Daytona. He said, "Would you please do this show?" And he says he really would like, and we're real good friends with Mike. And then he offered me to stay overnight at his house. Last night I said, "Sure, I'll do it." I said, "You really want me to do the show?" But Frank and I are amazed at all the people that recognize us. We're walking down the hall; everybody recognizes us, and I didn't realize that the YouTube channel was that popular.
Now, when did you get the idea to have the YouTube channel to show the machines, to show the fixing and so forth?
Well, Frank, was it your idea, YouTube, or oh, it was Ryan Howell. Ryan used to work. He became a Philly cop, but he worked for me. He said, "You ought to put your infomercial up on YouTube," and then he chopped the original show up. Back then you were only allowed 15 minutes, so we cut everything up, and then later they dropped the rules. You can have as long as you want.
It also reminds me of the Missouri Star Quilt Company. There was this quilting woman. I was interviewed people down there about a month ago, and she started going online, and people suddenly gravitating from all over the world to this little quilting mecca in Missouri, in this tiny town. And now you're getting orders from all around the world because of these videos.
Yeah, people know us. I mean, we're not walking on water, okay? Our games have errors and flaws, just like anything, because you're selling a mechanical device from 15, 20 years ago. But as you saw in the one video with Frank showing the fun house, he takes everything. We try to make them bulletproof. We try, but you're still remanufacturing a 40-year-old or 30-year-old machine. And
there's so much to it. You have the computer programming, you have the artwork and the detail on the artwork. You're talking about the electronics for the LEDs, the mechanical switches. There's and of course pinball itself. The play is wonderful, but there's an awful lot. It's almost an art. And a skill to repair these properly. And is that something that you have on others, where you will go the extra mile to make sure we're going to have these good LEDs if we can do them? We're going to take the time to make things happen.
If we can still make a profit, yes. Sometimes you can't do that with a product you can't sell for enough. You can't lose money on something. You just can't. But sometimes you know when to draw the line. Now, there are some people that may spend more time and money on, let's say, a car, a collectible car. They may put $20,000 in the car, when the most car they could sell it for is maybe 10. But they love it so much, they pour the extra time into it, the extra parts or materials, even though they know they're going to lose money on it. I can't do that because I've got to come up with a payroll every week. I have to make a profit. So sometimes we say, you know what, we're going to sell this as it is. There's too much wrong or something, or take it to an auction. Or we may offer, say, look, if you really want a brand new playfield, you're going to have to add $2,000 to the cost if you want us to change the playfield. So we kind of draw the line on some cases, and we turn stuff away now because we realize we can't do that in that price range, and we don't want to sell something that they're going to be unhappy with. But as you heard, the people are still unhappy. 20 years later, you got this stupid
you never know with people.
Idiot. I guess you could try and say never work, but please, not with me.
Yeah, I'm afraid people would call. Now, This is the third year of Pintasticne, and I've been covering it all 3 years, and every year it seems to get a little bigger. You were talking about getting new people in, and I'm seeing more families,
That's what we need.
more little kids, and so forth.
Let me tell you, that is a big thing. This show had more families in it I've ever seen, which is really great. Now, I'm dying to see what tomorrow is. See, Saturday is the big day. Tomorrow, I want to see how many kids are here, because the kids are going to drive this. We don't want this to become an old person's sport, so to speak. I'll give you an example. Old radios. No young people are interested in collecting old radios, from the 30s and 40s. It's an old person's hobby, and they're dying. So we don't want pinball to die, so we got to motivate the young kids into it. But unlike collecting old radios, and you can turn them on and you can hear, the radio playing, with pinball you can interact with it.
And fun, especially if you're in a place like this. I like to play 4-player because you're interacting with the people around you.
And the neat thing about pinball is nobody appreciated these programmers. They didn't. They came, now just think about this. They came to work, they got paid a salary, a set salary, an hourly wage or something, and the guys wrote these programs. That comment, if you were watching the play field, this guy that did the programming, he flickered this bulb, he flickered that bulb. He loved this game. But when they put the comment out in the stores, people played them, but they played them because it was neat, isn't this fun? But they didn't appreciate, they really didn't. Most people, it's just a pinball machine. It wasn't like a piece of art hanging on the wall where they could appreciate the lines. They drew this one thicker than the other. They put this certain color in, this certain shading. The person looking at the artwork appreciates that. The guy playing the pinball is just playing it to get score. And he's not appreciating everything else that these poor people were nobody gave a shit. And they did all this work, they spent all this time, and now they do care. Did you see? Everybody loves these people. These programmers are worshipped now. And they're amazed because it's, 20 years, 30 years later, they're talking about this thing that was forgotten about, nobody cared about it. And that's the neat thing, isn't it?
Art is still being appreciated when they're alive. Now, a lot of my readers, I'm normally doing interviews on politics, religion, and current events, so since some of my readers will probably not be familiar with you, if they want to find your catalog, if they want to find your product, where do they go online?
Well, our website is simple, tntamusements.com. So it's TNT like dynamite. My initials, Todd and Tuckey, tntamusements.com. And my YouTube channel, just go on YouTube and just type in TNT Amusements, and you will have access. We now have 1,285 videos. Most of them are high def.
And all of them get a lot more views than mine.
Well, yeah,
my 1,200 videos that are up there.
Yeah, but a lot of other people get more. And it's interesting what causes a video to go viral. And we just don't know I try every possible mix. But you never know. But the right people see the video, and that can do it. So one of your videos, one of my videos.
Maybe this will be the one.
You know what? You just don't know because of the right. So somebody says, "Wait, I like this guy. I like the way he interviews," and they say, "This is like a good interview for you, or a good interview for me." Somebody might see this and say, "Wait a minute, this TNT." Somebody that never heard of me is watching your channel and is now watching my video, and maybe they're going to hire me for $1 million. I'll tell you what.
I'll take a minor commission.
If that happens, I'll tell you what I'll do. If I get hired and I get a terrific salary, I'm going to take you on a frigging vacation.
Ooh, does my wife get to come too?
Well, yeah, and mine. Well, my wife.
Hey, this is a chance to see Ashbury Park, the Silver Bowl Museum.
We have not been there.
Oh. You have to go to Silver Ball Museum. Right? You talk about the perfect location on planet Earth. He's right on the boardwalk. He has fantastic food inside. He's actually, the man that owns it, owned a series of restaurants. And he got into this to make his kids happy. He lost money for years. Now he's making a profit. Well, good for him. but he kept the vision alive, and he has all these wonderful games. He's got this great tech there that loves pinball and keeps everything working. And I told everybody here, you're always going to have a broken game. There's broken games next door right now. There's broken games in my showroom. There's broken games everywhere. You can't, it's impossible for everything to work.
Mechanical.
It's impossible. Can't happen. Now, you could get everything working in one morning, turn everything off, and when you turn everything back on, you shoot the first ball at one of the games, something happens. It's just the way it is. So, if you come across a broken game, just move on to the next one.
Well, Todd Tuckey, thank you so much for your time. You've spent so much time with the people here. You've given me a lot more time than I normally take. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll be.
And this video better go viral, or I'm going to be really annoyed.
And if you are watching this either at DaTechGuyblog.com or if you're watching it on my YouTube channel, remember that we'll have other interviews from Pintastic on our YouTube channel, and we'll be blogging them right along as our lead posts.
They're not as good, though.
It won't be ever be as
Well, you
good
shot
as
it, Daniel, so what can I say?
Did you notice he's holding the camera perfect? This is the way you do interviews. No tripod.
I have a monopod in the car, but I left it in the
You
car.
don't need it when you have him.
I generally don't have him. This
He's
is
the
an exception.
monopod.
Yeah,
Look at that.
and they usually call him Bumblebee.
Did you see
Now-
the picture wiggle?
See, they normally call him Bumblebee, but because of the shirt, but now it's Bumblebee.
But, yeah, you got him to laugh at the picture jiggle, but it didn't jiggle that whole time.
No. Well, we will see you later today.
Good.